paper it was, I'm not surprised, which would further the narrative that Tom Brady, no days off, oh, Tom Brady, all he cares about is yada, yada, yada. Skip Bayless always tells me, why does everybody got to make LeBron everything that he does so public? I asked that very question. Why does everything now when Tom was doing this, Tom had a famous saying. When they asked Tom, what's your favorite ring? He would say, the next one. That was about it. Now everything that he says off camera, off from a live mic, somehow gets back in the media because it paints him as, oh my goodness. Skip, this is ridiculous. Clyde Christensen could have kept this to himself. But what it does, it furthers the narrative of Tom Brady, excuse me, Tom Brady and this and yada, yada, yada. Tom is great. Nobody's trying to refute that. But this notion that every waking hour, every waking minute is about football is not true.
So, Shannon Sharpe, it sounds like Tom Brady continues to haunt and torment you even through the offseason. Am I right about that?
Yeah, but it's just not so much him. It's just that this love affair and everything that he does somehow makes it back to the media when the first 20 years we never heard anything like this.
Okay. Obviously, Tom Brady no longer plays for Bill Belichick. Obviously, the Patriot way is now in Tampa Bay, but it has a whole new set of rules where everybody have fun. That's the biggest rule. Under BA, as in Bruce Arians, everybody talks, everybody laughs, everybody posts. It's not the way it was under Belichick's iron-fisted rule in New England. And to the victor go the spoils. So all these coaches, all these players are making the rounds. Obviously, Brady did James Corden last night. He's making the talk show, the late-night chat show rounds. And he was talking about heaving the trophy from boat to boat and how he found out later if that had been muffed and fallen into the water, that the Hillsborough River was 80 feet deep at that point, and it would have sunk to the bottom of the river. And I have no doubt that Gronk would have deep dived after it and come up without even using any oxygen tank. But the point is, Brady was having fun with it, talking about how his, what is she, 8-year-old daughter was saying, no, Daddy, no. And she was the only voice of reason. Okay, to the victor go the spoils. Every time I look up these last couple of weeks, it sounds like Clyde Christensen is doing another interview. I barely knew who he was before it came clear, oh, he's the quarterback coach of Tom Brady, because obviously Byron Leftwich is the coordinator, and Bruce Arians is sort of the architect of the offense, and the great Tom Moore is the overseeing advisor of the offense. So now we go all the way down to, oh, the quarterback coach is Clyde Christensen. And who knew? And so people are talking to Clyde because he's close to Brady. Well, there have been a couple of points where he's done interviews where I winced and I thought, did Brady really want that to become public? Because he's just like blurting everything out that Tom ever says to Clyde Christensen. Well, okay, there's no harm in what he said about
the Peyton Manning situation.
Okay, but I thought it was kind of cool.
You're talking about the Peyton Manning situation?
Yeah, about the Peyton Manning. That's correct. And in this case, I did think, you know, sue me if you want to, but I thought it was pretty cool that Brady woke up after like 2 hours of sleep and thought, I never even saw Clyde last night. I didn't tell him thank you, because Brady's big on thanking his coaches because that's the way he was raised. And I'm not going to condemn that. I don't think it's phony baloney. I think he really thought, I never hugged Clyde last night. I never said a word to him. So he FaceTimes him and says, hey, thanks for all you did. It was a great run we had, but hey, I've been thinking about it. I think we can be better next year. What did Brady say before the Super Bowl in one of those Zoom interviews that he did the week before? He said, I think we can be better. And we did that topic here.
I agree.
Right? And I do believe that he believes with all his heart and soul they can be better just on continuity, just on repetition, because they got thrown together last year on the fly. They didn't get AB until they were 6-2. And surely if they can keep the bulk of the team, 95% of the team together, Yeah, just on repetition, they're going to be a little bit better next year. So I don't have a big problem with this. And sounds like Clyde Christensen is enjoying his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, I agree, Skip. But if you remember Peyton Manning, his first year in Denver, they went from 8-8 and win the division and went to 13-3, and then they lost in the divisional round. And then Peyton came back the next year and threw 55 touchdowns with over 5,400 yards. And then they went to the Super Bowl, although they lost, and then they followed that up again and went back a couple of years later. So I do believe this offense can get better. But it's just all of a sudden, Clyde Christensen, it looked like he's trying to talk himself into a head coaching job, Skip, because he's doing more interviews than BA and Byron Leftwich.
And by the way, given the way this league is trending right now, I would give him a better shot at getting a head coaching job than Eric Bieniemy. How about that?
Hell, he might get a head coaching job before Byron Leftwich. He the quarterback's coach, and Byron Leftwich called the plays. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the job. Because remember, Skip, if I'm not mistaken, he was also on that staff in Indy.
He was.
With Peyton.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
No, he's been around for a long time, but nobody knows who he is until now. Well, way to go.
They do that. But Skip, for me, I'm surprised Brady even slept. Because I don't even remember sleeping after winning the Super Bowl. Because your emotions are so high, even after you've done it 3 times. Even the first time, I definitely didn't sleep. But even after the next 2, Skip, you still man, we did this thing again.
Yep.
Again. I mean, so I'm surprised he even dozed off for 2 hours. And considering how he was at the parade, Skip, I don't know. He might have been passed out. I don't know if that's dozing off. He might have been having such a great time at the party. Giselle had to drag him. Her and the bodyguards probably had to drag him back to the room.
Okay, I agree with all of the above. But in the end, I'm highly amused by the fact that Tom Brady does continue to torment you and drive you crazy even weeks after the Super Bowl is over.
No, Skip, my thing is that I want you to hold him to the same standard that you hold LeBron. It annoys you that LeBron posts. It annoys you that things leaks out of his camp. That bothers you. But seemingly nothing Tom Brady does bother you. That's all. It doesn't annoy me. Hell, I want somebody to knock Tom Brady off the pedestal. I don't want him to walk away and give up his crown, to give up his castle. Somebody needs to beat him, continuously beat him, and get back. I can't win it. I don't want him to walk away. I don't want him to walk away like Jordan. Because, see, when Jordan walked away, people actually believe he could have won 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Well, if Tom walks away, people are like, man, he could have won 9, he could have won 8, 9, who knows, he might have won 10. So, no, I want someone to beat Tom and make him go away. I don't want him to walk away. No, I want him to stay. And if you can't beat him, you can't beat him. But I don't want Tom Brady to walk away.
Well, Shannon, I will say this in conclusion. At least Tom Brady doesn't do post-game interviews without his shirt on like a certain king did the other night, a couple of games back. Remember that?
Yeah, if Tom Brady took his shirt off, people throw up. No, you can't do that, Skip. That's not, everything is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Look,
you would not
there's levels to this.
I hadn't even thought about that. If you don't want to have your shirt, it's fine. No one's upset about that. I'm not upset over here. Guys, we need to get back to what matters here. Skip's Cowboys, are they actually primed for a bounce back year? I will explain. Stick around.